Your Pravi. So they're having this NPA summit. What is it all about?
Well, it's all the magistrates, senior magistrates from all the magistrates' courts around the country, all 9 provinces. These people have never had an opportunity to meet and talk about how they can do their job better. You know, the history of the NPA having been hollowed out, having been captured in certain instances. So in the 10 years, in the past 10 years, they have never sat around at the table and said, how do we do our job better? Now, it's part of Shamila Batoy's sort of initiative to try and turn things around. So she's gotten them in one room. And in this room, they are discussing everything. They need to do everything from technology, how to use technology. Remember, there are dockets now that have to be taken from a police station to the courts. Some disappear. You know, how do you get around that? You know, move away from that manual, those manual processes, introduce technology. But of course, these people had other issues that they also wanted to raise that they believe does their work. But let's just take a listen to what how Shamila Batoy summed it up as she was introducing the Justice Minister, Ronald Lamola. This, she said, was the whole purpose of the exercise that they have embarked upon for 3 days.
Given what has happened in recent times, Minister, we want people to believe in the NPA again. We want us to be a fiercely independent, professional, accountable and credible institution. And so what this group is going to be looking through is what do we need to do to make sure that we are that institution, one that we as prosecutors can be proud of, one that you, Minister, can be proud of, and importantly, one that the people of South Africa can be proud of.
But they're doing all of this work and trying to realign themselves and repurpose themselves back to what their purpose is in our constitution under difficult circumstances. The economy is not doing well, and the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Lamola, coming through and talking to them, and some of the news is not great, particularly on the financial side of things.
Indeed, he went there to address them, to raise his own concerns, but of course they too got an opportunity to put questions to him. So it was a very interactive session on the back of his keynote address. Among the things they raised was the independence of the NPA. They wanted assurances from him that that indeed is the case. They also, of course, wanted to know that the government is going to back them financially, given all the needs that they have, those technology needs and so on. But of course, they also wanted to raise the issue of parity, because some of them believe that they are not earning as well, or as they should be earning. They wanted the minister to sort of attend to that, and here was his answer to the issue of pay parity.
That is the reality of our country as we stand now. There are real difficult fiscal constraints which the entire government is facing. And it's unfortunate that they have to be victims of what they did not participate in, because this is a product of the long period of state capture that has affected the fiscus, which has also affected the economy. So we cannot come here and lie to them that everything is glory, is nice. We have to tell them the reality, and that it is now up to all of us South Africans to sacrifice, to take us out of these difficult conditions. But despite us being in this financial difficult condition, the members of the NPA are still expected to act with integrity, with the dignity, and also they must be beyond reproach, because they are the lawyers of the people.
So part of the talk there is that, you know, some of them won't be receiving any salary increases. I wonder how that's going to
all. But of course, I mean, there are categories. There are people who get some adjustments because of the pay parity situation, the history. There's a history to that. But says everything will be done to make sure that they are not disadvantaged. But of course, as he said, there's a reality that some of them won't get a cent more.
Quick one. When can we expect the NPA, who are a key cog in ensuring that what we were talking about a few weeks ago, and it seems to have gone away as quickly as it arose, the year of the orange overalls. When are we getting action in as far as ensuring that that becomes reality? I imagine that in that conversation that must have come up.
Indeed. Shamila Batoyi, again, giving everyone the assurance that the reason they have the meeting that they have there is to actually make sure that that is indeed done, and because the people of South Africa have been patient for too long, they can't be giving us excuses anymore. Hence, they have brought together all these heads of the lower courts to make sure that they understand what it is exactly that they have to do to bring back the confidence of South Africans in the ability of their machinery to put people behind bars and those orange overalls.
Let's see if they'll be giving out those orange overalls. ENCA's political editor, Vuyo Mvoko.